If billionaire entrepreneur Mark Cuban thinks exact match domain names are worth investing in, shouldn't you consider them for your startup? Today's show features an excerpt from the wildly popular ABC television series Shark Tank, as well as commentary from me, Michael Cyger, publisher of DomainSherpa.com. I have 3 short sponsor messages before we get into today's show. First, if you have a great domain name and nothing to show when people visit, you're missing out on potential advertising revenue, leads, and partnership opportunities. NicheWebsites.com can build you a site quickly with a price option to suit any need. But as their tagline says, they don't just build websites, they build businesses. Second, if you're buying or selling a domain name or a portfolio and you want an estimate of its value, Estimate.com is the place to go. Just like you'd visit Zillow.com to get an estimate of a house value, Estimate.com provides key information about the most important statistics so you can make an informed decision based on data. Finally, DNX.com is a domain name exchange that uses a reverse auction platform to provide fair market prices for quality domain names that are manually filtered by an experienced broker. At DNX.com, domain prices drop until someone decides the price is right. But don't wait too long or the domain you love might be purchased by someone else. All 3 sponsors have a clickable banner in the upper right-hand corner of DomainSherpa.com. Here's your program. I've published multiple articles and interviews in the past about exact match domain names, also known as EMDs, featuring excerpts of CEOs who have purchased EMDs and realized real, tangible benefits from them. The benefits are multifold. They're in limited supply. They receive type-in traffic, and they have brand recognition and authority. They're in limited supply, so the value is higher. In addition, an EMD you buy is one less domain name that your competitors can own, and the best ones tend to go up in value as more people come online around the world. So even if your business is a zero, you have a valuable asset that can be resold if necessary. If it's a popular search term, the exact match domain name will likely have type-in traffic, which is when consumers type in the domain name assuming that the site will have exactly what they desire. And if you're the registrant of a domain name for a geographic area, an industry, or a business category, and you telephone a potential customer, partner, or supplier, they're more likely to take your call because they'll assume you've been around for years and are the authority on the topic. In past EMD articles and videos, I featured excerpts from Stephen Boll, CEO of Coupons.com, a company now valued at about $1 billion, who said, quote, "At the time, it was a very painful check to write, but I think from a marketing perspective and ROI and SEO and all the things you talk about, there is no better money that we could have spent." Michael Costello, CEO of PalmSprings.com, said, quote, "Our success is based on the trust factor people place in our domain." And Jesse Stein, then CEO of SportsMemorabilia.com, said, quote, "EMDs open up doors to suppliers, partners, investors, and customers." Links to those resources are below for reference. Since publishing those articles, I've also interviewed John Yao, the entrepreneur who gambled $250,000 of his retirement savings to purchase the exact match domain name StockPhoto.com. What John Yao found was that the exact match domain name immediately produced targeted traffic and customer flow without any ongoing marketing dollars. In essence, as John put it, quote, "Over 80% of traffic is direct navigation. That is a great option to have as a startup because no matter how badly you present your products or no matter how bad your conversion or your path to checkout is, you will always get enough of a chance to convert customers each month from new traffic and new visitors. You get a chance to reinvent yourself every month if something goes wrong, and so you will always have visitors passing your shop front," end quote. It should go without saying nowadays that an exact match domain name can bring instant credibility to your business venture, but it's worth repeating. Great industry-defining domain names were purchased by large corporations or were used by startups and later acquired by large corporations after building successful businesses on an EMD. as evidenced by Diapers.com, now owned by Amazon.com, Webhosting.com, now owned by Dell.com, Rentalcar.com, now owned by Enterprise Rent-A-Car, and a host of other ventures. A link to a resource on DomainSherpa.com listing exact match domain names owned by other large corporations is listed below. Today, I want to discuss another example of an exact match domain name used by a company. The February 28, 2014 airing of Shark Tank, Season 5, Episode 18, features an update from a Season 3 company called Kisstix. Kisstix founders Dallas Robinson and Mike Buonomo pitched a lip balm product that undergoes a chemical reaction when two people wearing the product kiss. It was such a compelling feature of the product, two Shark Tank investors, Kevin O'Leary and Barbara Corcoran, had to try it out themselves.
To the Sharks.
Billionaire Mark Cuban, owner of the Dallas Mavericks and successful entrepreneur and venture capitalist, who, incidentally, also invested in domain name investor Morgan and Dana Linton's startup company Fashion Metric, saw the Kisstix product growth potential and made an investment of $200,000 for 40% of the company.
I'm willing to give you the $200,000 for 40%.
We would love to accept your offer. We'd love to work with you.
What was most interesting to me about the show was not the ingenuity of the Kisstix product or the investment by Mark Cuban. Instead, it was that Mark Cuban knew how an exact match domain name could benefit a company like Kisstix. Billionaire Mark Cuban sought out, purchased, and provided his venture-backed startup the domain name howtokiss.com.
See what it looks like.
Looks pretty sweet, doesn't it?
Mark recently bought us the website domain How to Kiss and told us to use it as a branding tool where our demographic will come and find tips, tricks, techniques, all about kissing. It's already being searched on the internet, and this will be one place for them to get all that information.
Mark Cuban told the founders to use howtokiss.com as a branding tool because the domain name is easy to remember, is being searched on the internet, can drive traffic via search engines. Let's take a look at each of these benefits. Most importantly, howtokiss.com is easy to remember. Sure, billionaire Mark Cuban could have purchased any domain name he wanted, like kiss.com, kissme.com, or even kiss.me. But howtokiss.com is more memorable than all the other options. It puts a question in the mind of potential consumers of their lip balm product. Am I kissing properly? It's an easy question to answer. Just visit the website and you'll find out. Secondly, as Kisstix founder Dallas Robinson put it, the phrase how to kiss is a popular topic and is being searched on the internet by potential consumers of their product. A quick glance at the Google AdWords keyword tool shows that the quantity of exact match searches for the phrase how to kiss is 550,000 per month worldwide. And you know it's a popular search when you go to Google, type in the exact match phrase in quotes, and look at the quantity of web pages that Google thinks match your search query. In the case of how to kiss, it's 160 million web pages. Finally, as any qualified search engine optimization professional will tell you, all other factors being equal, great website content plus a descriptive domain name will result in higher search engine rankings. Kisstix co-founder Dallas Robinson said the website will feature tips, tricks, and techniques about kissing. Search engines love authoritative content like this. That's why search engine and SEO expert Danny Sullivan said in his DomainSherpa interview that, quote, if you can come up with the good content to back up the good domain name, that's very, very golden. Exact match domain names are not a panacea for every company. But as Mark Cuban wisely understood when he purchased howtokiss.com, EMDs can serve as a valuable business asset in industries where entrepreneurs want to invest upfront in great content and an exact match domain that will rank high in search engines for customer searches.